Harry's used to following his more aggressive twin brother's lead, so of course he agrees to Barry's plan to house it at their great uncle's farm. Besides, Harry is sure that Barry increasingly resents him, and he hopes that being alone together at the farm will help restore some of their childhood closeness. But the farm is not the place for Harry's dream of a summer idle. The farmhouse is creepy. There are strange stories about animals disappearing on the place. Certainly there is something weird about the playhouse. What is it for? Why are the locals afraid of it? At first, curiosity unites the boys. Then they learn the terrifying truth, and Harry's dream becomes a nightmare of sibling rivalry, obsession, and alien forces. So I'm going to be talking about William Slater's novel Singularity, which is one of my favorite science fiction novels, and written by a very underrated writer, in my opinion, who wrote a lot of stuff in the 80s and 90s aimed at younger readers, and then was generally of a science fiction bent. What can I say? I don't want to give anything away. Just this description, I feel like, is a good teaser for what's to come. I will talk a little bit about its themes and kind of what it's about without kind of giving any plot points. So it's, as the jacket flap says, about two young brothers staying on a farm with their uncle over the course of a summer. And without getting into spoilers, one of them discovers something really weird, which, if you know anything about the title of science, the title kind of gives it away. But it causes him to undergo a certain change, and it causes the brother to resent him even more, and it really puts a strain on their already strained relationship, which is definitely kind of, the whole book is basically not only about time, but in a literal science fiction playing with that sense, but about time and its relation to how it can cause people who were once close to drift apart, or it can cause hidden resentments to fester and grow. It's about that. It's also about family. It's about kind of, even though you may have siblings, it doesn't mean you automatically are close to them, or that you even may care or love them. And how it may bring you together, going through certain events, or even tear you apart. I'm not going to give away which, but definitely an underrated gem. I read this several years ago when I was about 11 or 12. I found it in my school library, and I loved it. I read it several times, and I've read it periodically again and again over the years. And it started my love of William Slater's writing, which I will be talking about some of his other books on this show. So that'll be for future episodes. But I just really wanted to talk about him and get him out there. He was a very good writer. He was very smart. He didn't talk down to his audience. He had interesting ideas, and he wrote them in a way that kids would like and appreciate. And some of his ideas were almost like, kind of R.L. Stine, but a little more creative and a little more kind of based in actual science and a little more practical. And they're also a lot more mature than R.L.'s writing. Not that I dislike R.L. Stine. But definitely more for intellectual kids. Definitely more mature, definitely more kind of, I feel like he really understood kids, the way Salinger did, the way some other writers did, the way Charles Dickens did, really understand how they think and how they feel, and kind of articulate that wonderfully. So, but of all his books, Singularity is my favorite, and I couldn't rec it highly enough. It's definitely worth it checking out, and you can buy it actually on Amazon for really cheap, so I highly recommend picking up a copy and reading it for yourself. But I just wanted to, kind of just kind of just, talk about them, get them out there. But anyway, it's my 2 cents. Just wanted to talk about Singularity, talk a little bit about its author, and talk about kind of my personal opinion. And the thing is with me, also, I was going to add, I don't usually reread a book more than once, but Singularity is one I've read again and again and again. I've read multiple copies from different libraries. I've read copies I've had my own self. I mean, it's one of those books, kind of like, anything by Haruki Murakami or Neil Gaiman that I can just pick up and reread. Very few writers I can do that with, so I mean, it's, to me, pretty special. So, anyway, sorry to bore you guys. Just wanted to get that out there and talk about one of my favorite writers and one of my favorite science fiction novels. I'll be back again soon. I don't know when with the next episode, but until then, I really and truly hope you pick up a copy of Singularity by William Slater. Anyway, that'll be it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.